Morning everybody. Today is day 11, Wednesday, June 10th. Having a slow morning here. After yesterday's storm in the afternoon and having to put on wet clothes in the morning makes it real tough to get started. And then forgetting to do some medical stuff like taping up some blisters and this and that, and pack not fitting right. Just kind of a tough start today. We've been following this road for a while. I think we're going to be on road walks, I think close to 7 miles the first half of the morning, so maybe that'll help us kind of pick up some mileage. I think originally we planned for a 19-mile day, but then yesterday we went a little further, so I knocked a couple down. We're trying to still see if maybe we could do a 19-mile day and just get that much further and start dwindling down some of those extra miles that we're going to have to do when we hit the Heidelberg March. Hopefully we can. My biggest concern today is there's supposed to be a nasty thunderstorm. I know I'm supposed to be able to embrace the suck, but thunderstorms are no fun, and then putting on wet clothes afterwards is even worse. It really gets to your mind. The cool thing today is we actually plan on hitting the halfway mark, so that's really cool. Officially there's a sign that states the halfway, but it's no longer in the right spot, I guess, because they added mileage down in the south in the big South Fork. So either way, we'll see both. Kind of excited for that. That just means that we'll start counting down on our mileage. I don't know. Yeah, today officially starts the last half of our trip. So I'm kind of trying to keep that in my mind. That way I can stay positive and not dwell on kind of the bad stuff. So anyway, we should see the Wildcat Civil War battlefield here soon, and who knows what we'll get into. Let's see how the day goes. See you down the trail. Crazy. It's like the aftermath of a logging operation. After a 7-mile road walk this morning and about 2.5 in the woods, guess where we are again. On the road again. Da, 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 on the road again. Come on, Samuel.
On the road again.
crushing the miles today. We're really hoping that we can get to camp before it storms. Look who we ran into, Chloe on the Sheltowee. She's joined with her mom Natalie and Mike, and we're so excited to see them. We've been talking about them for days, wanting to meet them, and it's just so excited to finally cross paths. So congratulations so far. You're getting ready to hit the halfway mark. How you feeling?
I'm feeling tired, but good.
You're tired? Yeah, that's right.
Tired.
All right. Can't wait to see y'all at the finish line.
Thank you.
Well, it was exciting to meet Chloe and Natalie and Mike. I forgot to mention a couple things. Mike is Natalie's brother, and unfortunately, Mark was not with them. That's Chloe's dad. Mark got ill a few days back and wound up in the hospital, but everybody's been praying for him as soon as we heard about it. And come to find out today that he's getting out. So we're super excited that he can get back on trail. I just want to let you know that we did miss you. We did want to see you. So we're just glad that you're healthy and you're safe. So maybe one day we'll see you out on the trail. Sorry, I got miles put in. I can't be slowing down. It's a nice way to end an 18-mile day. We have to cross this. We have got a storm a-coming. Lord, keep us safe. We just now found this field and we're all set up. It's not exactly where we want to be, but man. Well, that was an interesting end to our day. That was a wild storm to be sitting in the middle of a field inside of a tent. Oh, man. Today's been a pretty good day. Started off really rough. I just did not enjoy putting my wet clothes on from the previous day. It's probably one of the hardest things I've had to go through this whole trip, is every morning after a storm or just getting wet from crossing creeks, just putting on the same old wet, sweaty clothes. It's definitely a drain on the mind. But anyway, I prayed about it, and we were just totally blessed with beautiful weather, beautiful trails. I mean, I think we did, for the total of the day, we did just shy of 20 miles, like 19 and a half miles. And the majority of that was road walking. And it may seem easy, but it's tough on your feet. But we did it, and we found this beautiful place to camp at. A couple awesome things that happened today. We hit the halfway point of the trail, so every step is counting down at this point. We're so excited. And then we got to see Chloe and her family. That was pretty awesome. She is the youngest person, I believe, to do the Sheltowee trace. So we really hope that she makes it. We're all rooting for her, and can't wait to see that she did. So we'll leave it here and enjoy this wonderful sunset, and we'll see you in the morning. Good night. We weren't quite expecting this. Well, thanks for the heads up. Especially after it stormed last night. Are they trying to tell me something? Good morning. It's day 12, Thursday, June 11th. Last night after the storm, I slept like a baby. Usually I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, but I did not move an inch. I don't know if it was probably the miles we put in yesterday, but yeah, it was good to get a good night's solid rest. Had a wonderful camp, loved it, so I'm very thankful for that. I forgot to mention a couple things yesterday too. Early in the day we got to see the Wildcat Civil War battlefield, which was really cool. Samuel and I were checking that out, and he had read that part of that area that we were walking was actually cut by Daniel Boone himself, and that area was an instrumental spot to help the Union win the battle. And then yesterday afternoon on one of our road walks, we actually had a gentleman, his name was Scott. He even offered to give us a ride to his home and give us shelter till the storm had passed, but we opted not to, just because the storm was coming in later and we needed to get further into the trail, and we don't think we would have been able to if we had hung out at his house. So we do really appreciate it, sir. So if you're watching these videos, we really do appreciate you stopping and talking to us and giving us a nice cold bottle of water. That really hit the spot. Today we started off with a nice creek crossing. Then we had some signs right afterwards telling us, an impassable ahead due to flooding. I thought those signs were awfully anticlimactic, because right after we passed those signs, we came up upon an almost dry creek. So we thought that was pretty funny. We figured the signs would be more geared to the two water crossings we've done previously. Today we should be hitting the 200-mile mark, which that is super awesome. That means we'd only have 150 miles left for the trail, so we're getting really excited about the last legs of the trail. We're hoping to pass McKee, Kentucky today. The goal so far at this point for the next couple days is just to knock off as many miles as possible for that road walk up to Heidelberg, Kentucky. We had originally planned for a 25-mile day, and so for the past couple days we've been trying to kind of go further and further each day, just so we can make that big road walk in Heidelberg that much easier. So anyway, we're not sure what to expect today, so we'll see you down the trail. Well, we spoke too soon. One more crossing.
Not as deep, but still looks as intense.
The last, 6 miles, we've been following ATV trails and spent the entire time dodging giant puddles of mud. And it just seems like the trail today has just been fighting us all morning. I mean, the only thing we've seen today is a raccoon running up a tree as we passed it. And that's been about it. Both of us kind of feeling a little sluggish, so we stopped for lunch. And we're still kind of waiting for the pick-me-up to kick in. On a good note, my chafing has all but stopped, which that's just thank the Lord, because I mean that amount of pain all day long was about to break me. We've made it to US 421. Now we got a nice fancy road walk. Look at them shades.
I'll take road walk compared to that.
I know. I like ATVs. I like horses. But for some reason, I don't enjoy hiking on the same trail. It's kind of a bittersweet day. Started off real slow with a good half dozen major water crossings. Then after that, it was miles and miles and miles and more miles of ATV trails and dodging mud pits. We wound up doing just over 17 miles, and now we are just north of McKee, Kentucky, north of US 421, just kind of camped out up on top of a ridge. Like I said, there wasn't much to see today, but we'd hit an awesome goal today. We hit 200 miles, which is totally awesome, because that means we have less than 150 miles to go. So now it feels like we're kind of on our home stretch. Like I said, we've got tomorrow to whittle down some miles to make the following day, which is the road walk through Heidelberg. Everybody talks about the Heidelberg March. Well, it's coming soon for us, so we're kind of excited and kind of nervous, but we know as soon as we get past that, we'll have one day going into Natural Bridge, and at that point, to us, we're pretty much home. And so we're getting really excited because it's finally starting to show that we're making a huge difference in the mileage, and we're kind of on the home stretch. So getting really, really excited. Anyway, I'll say goodnight, and we'll see you in the morning. Cheesy crackers. Cheesy peanut butter crackers. Good morning, everybody. I don't even know what day it is. Hold on.